to write what you know, which is why he remains unpublished.
How can you know nothing about anything?
Alan Cox.
That hack knows absolutely nothing.
On 100.7 WMMS.
This is what I play to lure the old women into my lair. I have a lair.
You have a lair? Dude, let me tell you something. You are a good
Stop
looking...
it.
Listen to me.
Look at you.
I'm going to say, no, look at you. No, look at you.
Look at you.
No, look at you.
I'm going to look at you. You look at me.
I'll look at you, and then we both look at Bill. Let's both look at Bill.
Oh, both look at Bill. There he is.
You are, dude, you go... Oh, I mean... So many people could fall in love with you.
I go hard, don't I?
Buddy, I am. Hello.
That's when he starts talking. That's when
Listen,
he starts losing them.
I know. When Robert Kelly walks into a room, you can see him, you can smell him, you smell like $1 million.
Yeah, Savage.
And look at you. Savage. Is that what it is? The Johnny Depp cologne?
It's the Johnny Depp vehicle into cologne.
Is it Dior? What is Savage? Is it Dior?
I don't know, but
I see the ads and I always go, I would love to know what that smells like. And unless you're kidding, now I know.
I went to the lady, I go, I want something that will make a young girl say, I want to lick you.
Mm-hmm.
And
has it worked?
No, she gave me a gym membership and said, why don't you get gastric sleeve surgery? So I did. And
It's
then
not
I
your
got
smell.
For you.
Savage.
Is that what you did to get skinny? Did you have the sleeve?
I did, man. I got...
Because I know you lost it like, this was pre-Ozempic, so I knew it wasn't bad.
Yeah, Ozempic came out like 3 months later.
You were like, great.
What?
You couldn't give me a heads up?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it really pissed me off. Yeah, I got it like 2 years ago. And I didn't tell anybody either because I was in the closet with it. I just, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because I'm watching videos of Rogan and Marky Mark, dude, 5 a.m, Kevin Hart. You got to get at it.
Yeah.
And I tried, and I just couldn't get at it, dude.
That's why I always think that okay, maybe Mark Wahlberg, but these guys who were like, I get up at 2 a.m. No, you don't.
They do, but they have 17 people waking them up.
Yeah, that's true.
I have no friends.
Right.
I have a wife that barely likes me, snores, and has menopause.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
You have no friends that are going to be up that early.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be like, come on, Bobby, get up. And be like, are you sleeping in? I'm sleeping in. I'm just sleeping.
Yeah, but we go get breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only friends that I have up that late are coming back in from dirty stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's. I had to do it. I did it. I was walking around with this secret for a long time. I felt like I was gay. Guys are like, what are you doing, dude? I'm like, whatever. Calories in, calories out.
Yeah.
It's so funny, though. One of my friends, I have all these dudes at cigar lounges, and they were like, dude, what are you doing? Because I was losing weight dramatically.
Yes.
And I was lying, hey, man, I'm just trying, keto and blah, blah, blah. But then I finally had to tell them.
So what precipitated you saying, okay, fine, it was this?
I don't know what that precipitated means, but I'm thinking.
It was raining in your house.
Before.
It started raining in your house. And yeah, right. You were raining information on people.
Wow, that was a real move on your part.
I know.
Get it. You're in that chair. I'm in this chair. I'm leaving in 20 minutes.
Yes. Weather puns. Welcome.
No, yeah, it was. I was going to die, man. They actually tried to get me on Ozempic years ago when it first came out for diabetes.
Diabetes medication.
I was the lady was like, "You're pre-diabetic." I was like, "Listen, I can't. I do not want to shoot a needle in my stomach.
Yeah.
I just don't want to do it. I don't know what it is." So I tried and I tried. I lose 20, gain 30. Lose 30, gain 40. It was past the point of I needed my stomach to go. I went to rehab 38 years ago, right? I went away for 14 months for drugs and alcohol. I was away, but you can't do that with food, like that addiction. You have to live life. I got a family. I got to pay bills. I got to go on the road.
Right.
So I was like, my stomach can go to rehab, go away.
Yeah.
I can go live my life. So my stomach's on rehab for 2 years, and I can learn to, like I did with alcohol, I can learn how to live life and not be, such a savage with food. So
But you had to be forced to learn because some people eat their way past that sleeve.
Yeah, well, that's the problem is that after 2 years, you can eat again.
Okay.
After a year and a half, you can start eating more.
Because in the beginning, it's like you're counting your grains of rice, aren't you?
Oh, buddy.
You don't want them blowing up in your tummy.
Oh, you dump. It's called dumping. Oh, dude, I used to dump intentionally just to embarrass my wife. Because if you eat too much too fast,
Yeah.
like a cat, I'm gonna dump. She's like, don't do it here. I'm like, and just grab a coffee cup, and just a little ball of
something. Yeah.
just a ball of
Yeah.
dried chicken would come out of my mouth, and I'm like, sorry everybody, I was terrible. I used to embarrass her all the time. So yeah, you couldn't, but now I can eat I can eat more, but because I just stop. F food, man. I don't care. I don't care. Where are we going for dinner? I don't care.
Everybody gives me a hard time because of how I eat.
How do you eat?
He's over food on his own though.
I drink my
he didn't go
salads.
through all this. He drinks salads.
What?
He doesn't like butter. He doesn't like.
Oh, you know who I talked to who also drinks my salads? Reggie Watts. We're on the Squeezy salad train, by the way. It's this company that makes basically like little kitty pouches, but it's vegetables, right?
Okay.
And I go, listen, my wife and we go have dinner somewhere, I'm gonna eat. But day to day, when I'm in here and I'm doing my thing, I will squeeze a salad into my mouth and I'll be done with it.
Grossest act out I've ever seen.
You didn't like that?
No, you went and you squeezed.
I'm gonna dump.
Yeah.
No, dude, I
I
get
eat
it.
for maintenance.
I get it. Like I try. I don't care. My whole thing. I mean, I used to come to Cleveland. I used to like.
Yeah,
where are we going? I had my own food show in Cleveland last time I was here. Yeah, it's just like I don't care. But I could go and have a half a sandwich. I'm done. I throw out the other half.
Yeah.
I don't care about it. I used to be so guilty pushing my food away and be like, "You want to take that?" Yeah. I don't. No, I don't.
Especially since portions are so big in places.
Dude, it's ridiculous.
It's weird.
I split food with my wife a lot.
Yeah.
We split. I'm that guy. You want to split something? So we'll get a Caesar salad, and then we'll split a filet. 6 ounces, not 8. Who needs that?
Who needs all that?
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
I'm so silly with that stuff. But I don't care. My kid, he's 11. He gets the big steak.
Yeah.
I get the little piece of steak, and I'm out. I eat, and I try to be aware of my food, and then I'm done. I push it away, and I walk away. Every once in a while, though, dude, butter is my thing, though. I just moved to a new town. They have one of those bakeries, the lesbian bakeries, which I think should be in every town, by the way.
I agree.
Yeah, dude. When you show up, if there's a bad town and the lesbian bakery opens up, it's going to be good soon.
Yeah.
Buy real estate, get some land, because it's coming back. Oh, my God. And there's one of my, dude, that's my Achilles. But I found out
Lesbians or lesbian
lesbians,
bakeries? Yeah.
both. But they have to be together.
Yeah,
So
right.
I love a hairy shin.
They can't. They can't just be friends.
I like butter on an elbow. They can bite and not hurt anybody. Yeah, I'll go there. The baguette. I said baguette.
Yeah.
It's you gotta be careful here.
Yeah.
On terrestrial radio.
I love breads, but like in rich flour, I don't eat. I eat real flour. I went to Europe for a month. I lost 5 pounds.
I was going to say, when you travel overseas, you're like, nobody here's walking around fat, and they're eating amazing food.
No preservatives, the butter is real, everything
They're
is
pulling
real.
the tomatoes out of the garden, and
Yeah, they get stuff for 2 days. Their fridges are real small because they're eating it and they're going to get more stuff. So I just kind of took that, and I don't have, if I have rice, it's non-enriched, it's jasmine, I'll have a little bit. I just figured out the food in our country is poisoned because they want a super Stop and Shop and they want it to last for 6 months. So I figured out what foods to eat, the ones that I like that I can have without, and I just eat a little bit of it. So
what do they always say? Shop the perimeter of the grocery store.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I mean, that's easier said than done. But
yeah. Dude, I love it now because I was literally on death's door.
Yeah.
A lot of nights my feet felt wet. I would eat.
And a lot of other nights, other people's feet felt wet, and I didn't understand that
Now
either.
I'm thinking, all right, do my feet feel?
Oh my God, my socks are moist.
I was
My
big.
butt's a little wet, but
Wow.
I still have that.
Yeah.
I still have that.
you're still a man.
Yeah, and it's. I love being able to we just showed him 2 years ago. I went on one of those spinny rides at the carnival.
Yeah.
Just you
The
sit.
centrifuge thing or
I
whatever.
sat on the wrong side.
Yeah.
And I almost murdered my son. Legitimately, I just heard him going, "Dad, please, please." And I was like, I can't. I couldn't pull myself. I was 360, about to smush
Wow.
a 9-year-old, crush his ribs in a carnival, right? And last night we went on, and I sat on the big side. He almost crushed me.
He had to hold you down.
He's 11, and he's got the same foot size as me. He's same pants. His hands are bigger than mine.
Now, are his feet wet?
His feet, no.
Oh, but bone dry, right?
No, he's going to be a big kid. And, I mean, he's a man.
Yeah.
Like, let's put it this way. We were changing we went to a water park, and we had to go in the thing and change, and we were both.
Yeah.
Right? And he's like, Dad, why is yours so small? And I was like,
shut up.
I was like, Bill, I swear to God, I was like, it gets bigger. And I was like, watch, Panama. I was like, it's a grower, not a shower.
Yeah,
man.
that's right. The legendary case of grower v. shower.
You have a kid? You have kids, right?
I have 3. I have a 24-year-old, I have a 20-year-old, and I have an 8-year-old.
Oh, my God. So you spanned it.
I did.
Yeah. You did it
Multiple
young.
wives.
You would have been done.
I was almost out.
You were out.
Yeah, my youngest brother was a grandfather at 39. I didn't do that, but yeah, I was. So I have my son just graduated college. Well, he's about to. He's already working.
Wow.
My daughter's a junior, and my other daughter is a 3rd grader. Yeah.
Wow. So you're going through
I'm an old dad.
You're a lifer. You're a lifer parent.
I mean, it keeps you running around. All the cliches are kind of true. They're like keeps you running around.
It all of them are.
Yeah.
It's I mean, he's starting to be a man now. Like, he came home from school the other
Starting
day.
to stink.
Yeah, he smells.
Yeah.
He stinks. He doesn't know he stinks. He goes out. We left him in the house by himself.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful feeling. Like to leave a kid alone by himself.
And not worry that he was going to burn the place down or
Well,
that
not
he was going to hurt himself or what.
Well, no, I wasn't worried. I didn't care.
Oh.
I think it was more that.
It wasn't concern. It was complete and utter apathy about his well-being.
I've known him for 11 years. I think that's a long time.
We had a good run.
That's enough.
Yeah.
I mean, we had some nice times.
Yeah.
It's pretty much downhill from here until he's like 28, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, until I need him again. Yeah.
If we need to part company now, I'd walk away feeling okay.
I think we have more better memories than not, right?
Right, yes. You kind of have to ride out those middle years until they're an adult, and they start to look at you and go, oh, now I get what you were saying with all that life sucks stuff. Now I understand.
Everybody says that. From like 13 until 20-something, he's not going to like me.
No. It's just a gauntlet you got to run through, and that's part. Like my older kids, my ex-wife and I got divorced when they were real little.
Right.
So I saw them all the time, but I was like, I was either on the air in Cleveland or I was living in Chicago or Pittsburgh or whatever. And so it was like they didn't see me every day. They didn't grow up with me, but I saw them all the time. So ironically, there's things I'm doing with my 8-year-old that I never did before.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't the day-to-day guy.
Right.
So now it's strange. I mean, I'm 53. So I'm an old dad by any measure, but I'm doing all these things. You know, I taught my daughter how to ride a bike. Yeah. I had never done that before, and I got 2 older kids. So that's kind of weird.
I'm 53 too.
Yeah.
And I'm spending as much time as I can with him. First of all, because I have comedian friends, and they suck. Mm-hmm. Comic friends are the worst. They're just terrible. Because all they want to do is, you want to go do a spot? How about we just...
You mean ones with no kids?
No, one... Yeah, well, a lot of them don't have kids.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of them don't have kids.
But you're not talking about like Gaffigan. You're talking about like, you know...
Who, Gaffigan? Who's that?
Frank Thomas Gaffigan. You've never met him? Yeah, he's
the writer.
Yes.
Didn't even live on a lake somewhere in
sure
Massachusetts?
did. In the woods.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yep, in Amherst.
Well, he's a different story, dude. But he's got 19 kids. That's like
He
a
does.
cult.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And $1 billion. So like he's
That's what I say too. If you have a night nanny, you're not a parent.
right.
Right.
Yeah. If you have
Night nanny.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say who. Somebody came into the cellar one night and was like, "Oh, I'm so tired." I'm like, "Why? Up all night?" Yeah. I mean, thank God we got the night nanny to come in. I was like, "What?" Yeah, it's a woman. She comes in and I get to sleep and she takes care of the baby if anything happens.
This was Amy, wasn't it?
No,
Okay.
no, but there is a connection. I will admit that. Maybe pay for it. Yeah, I don't like. You have a live-in nanny or a night nanny. If it's not you and your wife or you yourself banging it out with that kid, you ain't a full parent.
Right.
You're rich.
Right.
If you got someone that comes in and does something every day where you can go and take a little nappy poo, because blew me away when I first had the kid. My wife was like, I'm going to go to the store. Can you watch the baby? I was like, yeah, I got no problem. She came back. I wanted to quit, like see if we could give it up for adoption because
Right.
I was going to fall asleep, but You can't fall asleep.
Yeah.
Right.
If they don't go to sleep, you don't go to sleep.
Right.
So because they'll die.
Yeah.
They'll just go light something on fire or just fall on a knife. My eyes were shutting. Like when they say, "Oh, when you're getting a baby, get some sleep." No. Don't get sleep. Hang out with Navy SEALs. Learn how to stay up for 37 hours.
Right.
72 hours. You're not going to get sleep. That's what you should learn how to do.
Learn to sleep in 2 inches of water. That'll get you. You think your feet are wet? I remember Navy SEAls, boy, basic training.
I remember the first time when we first got the baby. This is all the stuff they don't tell you either.
When you first bought it from China.
When I first bought it from China, I was just throwing instruments in its hand, hoping it was a prodigy.
It kept falling over on the piano bench, and I couldn't figure it out.
Isn't that funny though? Because I don't know how women feel, but for me, and I talked to a couple other guy friends, when you first have the baby, you're like, is it? Does it have it? Does it have that thing? You know what I mean? Where it just knows math.
Oh, you hope.
Or knows like every state automatically. You know what I mean? Right. Am I gonna be able to make money off this little sucker?
Yeah.
And I literally was giving him like harmonicas and stuff. I put a piano. I bought him a piano, like at 1, and just put it in his lap, and just maybe he played Beethoven or something. Right? I gave him chess at like 2.
Yeah.
But
I
I
just
thought
choked
you had
on
a
the pieces.
prodigy.
You're like, damn it.
Yeah, I just got a bad booger. I got one of those.
You record voice notes of yourself talking and then play it while they sleep.
Dude, I had
learn the guitar.
I put headphones. I made this belt with headphones on it and played classical music in my wife's belly while he was in the belly, thinking I could create a prodigy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. No.
Power
Got your
suggestion.
genetics, yeah.
No, because you either want a prodigy or you want a regular kid. You don't want the in the middle prodigy, like the kid that can stack cups quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's a loser. You know.
You end up with Joey Chestnut, who's chugging down hot dogs.
Exactly. Dude.
Yeah.
You know what that kid? But I remember when we first had the kid, we used to play poop roulette.
Uh-huh.
Because I hate poop. I hate it. I'll throw up a dirty puddle. I'll puke.
Yeah.
And when that formula poop, and we would play poop roulette where, it was my turn, then her turn to change the baby. I got pee 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
So we go down, open up the thing, woo, pee. I remember we brought the baby down, opened it up, it was pee. I went, yeah! And right then, projectile vomited on my chest. All that formula. Diarrhea shot out of his butt, hit all my cologne bottles on a shelf. And I went, oh! And then he peed in my mouth.
Yeah. It's like you had a sprinkler going in the house.
My wife laughed so hard she peed. Because you know how those things are after giving birth.
Yep.
There's nothing.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's like you're renovating a fireplace.
And you find stuff you didn't know was up there, like a safe.
Hey, that's my grandfather's World War I watch up in there. No,
Is
listen.
that a Nazi youth knife in there?
This is an SS helmet. Where did that come from? I think the last time you were on the show, it was like a while ago, but my wife was sitting in, and the two of you were kibitzing over the giant turds that will come out of toddlers.
Listen to me, dude.
Our baby, when she was constipated, like we had her on her back, and it was like a Campbell's soup can came out of this kid. It was like, oh my God.
They don't have TikToks.
No.
They have TikToks about ADHD, and if your kid thinks it's, this or that or whatever, they have all these TikToks on everything else except giant turds.
Yeah.
They
come out of 18-month-olds.
Still, we have to, anytime we get a metal coat hanger somewhere, we have to steal it and bring it home. I swear we have to make poop knives.
Yeah.
I've literally perfected the poop knife.
You got to lasso it out of them.
I bend it and use the hook. The hook top is the knife part. You bend that, and then the handle, and you cut it like a Brazilian steakhouse.
Yeah.
And we just moved. I had to get special toilets in to flush.
Just let it suck down those turds.
Buddy, the last one he did came out. It was in the hole and came out like an anaconda.
Yeah, right.
I had to have a talk with...
you had a sewer rat coming out or something.
It came out. It was a little tip of it was hanging on the seat. And now he's proud of him. He's like, Dad. I'm like, buddy, I've been making him do it himself. It's so satisfying.
These kinds of acrobatics are not going to get you a girlfriend down the line, by the way.
No.
Your kid's got to know that, too.
That's the thing. It's like, dude, you can't do this over a girl's house.
No.
Or you could. It'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
That'd be a great thing if he
Honey,
did
look
it.
at this coil. This is amazing. I got to take a break here. You hang out? Or
Yeah,
you
I'm here.
Bobby Kelly is doing Hilarities this weekend with young Bill Squire. And you can go to hilarities.com for all the information, and we'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app. This weekend, the Buzzard backs up.